Let's say, for example's sake, a hacker is trying to brute force your website right now, which they probably are. 30,000 WordPress sites are hacked every single day, so a lot of login pages need to be brute forced amongst other ways to hack sites. So let's say they get your username and your password right. And hacker says, yay, it worked, I'm logging in. And on this page, they realize they can't actually get into your site because they don't have the two-factor authentication verification code that you receive when you try to log into your site. Luckily for you, this is all free. It's set up with Google Authenticator in this video. There's other options as well that you're going to see in this video. But to log in, look on my phone that's overlaid on the screen right now. We open Google Authenticator and we see at the very bottom the website URL we're currently on and a 6-digit code. Let's enter this code, 507029, and log in. And Bob's your uncle. Now we're in the website. This is super easy to set up. It's free, and it's going to make your website just a little bit more secure than it was before you set this up. On a side note, I have a full security course that shows you how to secure WordPress way beyond what hackers are willing to try to get into most WordPress sites. So if you're interested in securing your WordPress site and you want to check out that course, there's more information in the link in the description down below. To set up the two-factor authentication from this video, our next step, once we get into the dashboard, is going to plugins and then add plugin. Search for WP2FA. 2FA is short for two-factor authentication. This is the plugin I use right here. It's by MeliPress, 100,000 active installs, actively being updated and maintained. There's a bunch of others to choose from. If you scroll down this page, you'll find a whole bunch. This is the one I use. It's free. It's free for all users on your site, and I've never had any problems with it. So let's install it and activate it. Now if we scroll down on the left-hand side, we have a WP2FA menu item. Let's click on that. This first page is the general settings of when you want to use two-factor authentication and when not, and how to use it. So here, the primary 2FA methods, we have a one-time code via a 2FA app. There's a whole bunch of them. There's a complete list right here. The one we're going to use is Google Authenticator, but you can use any one of these other ones. And you can also have it so you get a one-time code via email if you want. And can you allow the user to specify an email of choice? Yes or no? If it's set to no, then the code would be sent to the email that's registered to their account that they're trying to sign in with. We can also have backup codes. This is a secondary method of logging in. If the two-factor authentication doesn't work, you can have this secondary backup code that will get you in. And it's got to be secret. It's like a password, essentially. I'm going to uncheck the backup code and uncheck code via email. I want to do just the app. You can enforce on all users, specific users, and user roles, or no users. I'm going to choose all users. You can exclude certain users or roles. If you're forcing a bunch of users on your site to set up 2FA, you can set a grace period, which just gives them a bit of extra time to set everything up. You can redirect users to a specific page after they set up 2FA. I don't know why I would use that, but you have the option there. If users that use 2FA have a problem accessing the dashboard, this is a setting you can toggle here. This applies to when you have custom profile pages for users. You can also remove the 2FA button from user profiles. I'll remove that, why not? Then we save changes. Now I've completed the most important part of the setup. There's some other things you can do. You can have pass keys which allow multi-factor authentication, which bypasses the two-factor authentication. You can set that up if you want. In the free version, you can have one pass key per user. On the settings tab, you can have or customize some of the general settings. You can customize email templates. These are the emails that are sent to people who get the two-factor authentication code via email, a setting we turned off a moment ago. You can also set up white labeling. So set all these things how you want. There's a lot of explanation for each setting, so you shouldn't have any trouble. There's even a help and contact us page if you do run into trouble, and you can get help from the developers. So once you have those things configured, mainly the 2FA policies that we did earlier, we can go to our users list, find our user, click on edit, or any user, really. Scroll down until you see the two-factor authentication settings section and a blue configure 2FA button. Let's click on that. Here we have a QR code. This QR code is what we scan with our two-factor authentication app. And I'm currently recording my phone as well, so I'll pop that up on the screen so you can see how this works on the phone. In the top left, we have the Google Authenticator app, We tap on that to open it. You're going to see a list of websites that I use two-factor authentication for through the Google Authenticator app. To add a new one, click on the plus in the bottom right corner, then click on Scan a QR code. Then scan the QR code that is on the screen right now. And then at the very bottom, we see WordPress-playground.local Bjorn. So that's Bjorn is the user that was created for. And then preceding that is the website, which you can match up with the website in the URL up here. And it happens pretty quick. I scanned the QR code and within like a second, it was all there. So the way this works now, we see a 6-digit number for each of these web properties, and we see a timer on the right-hand side in the form of a pie chart. The pie chart is being eaten by hungry children who like to eat pie. Once that pie chart goes down to 0, wait for it, it's going to go red in a second. Right now, red right now, there we go, it's red. Once that goes to 0 to nothing, the 6-digit codes change, all of them change, and now this new 6-digit code is what's required to log into your site. So let's see how this works in practice. Let's click on I'm ready, type in the one-time code. Currently it is 918674. Validate and save. Congrats, you're all set. Close wizard. Now if I refresh, it's going to refresh automatically. If we scroll down, it's going to say that we have one-time code via app activated. Awesome. So let's log out of this site. Now we're on the login page. Let's just refresh to make sure all the settings are here. Let me enter my details. Click on login. And here it says you need two-factor authentication. Okay, so currently the code is expiring. I'll wait for the new one. New code is 276117. Log in. And that worked like a champ. Now, every time you log in to whatever WordPress site you set this up on, you have to use the code that's on your phone in the Authenticator app, the app of your choice. We use Google Authenticator, but you saw that big list. There's a whole bunch. Actually, it's right over here. There's a whole bunch you can choose from. I think all of them are free. If not, most of them are free. Google Authenticator definitely is free, and I've used it for years with great success. And now your login page is just that much more secure. If you're concerned about WordPress security, which you should be, because 30,000 WordPress websites are hacked every single day. It's a crazy number, but it's true. Look it up. It's either every day or every week. Either way, it's a lot of websites that are hacked. If you want to level up your WordPress security, I created a course. It is linked to in the description down below. So make sure you check that out. If you want a secure site, if you don't want to worry about getting hacked, that's the course for you. So make sure you check that out. And now since you have Google Authenticator set up for this website, you can easily set it up for others as well, using the exact same process. And in fact, you can use any one of these others that were listed here as well. Google Authenticator is free. I've used it for decades without any trouble. So that's why I use that one. If you got value from this video, like and subscribe to let me know. And then check out this one on your screen right now. I'll see you there.